What if I told you Medusa was never the villain? In fact, she was the gods' biggest mistake. She was not born a monster. She was a priestess, devoted to Athena, guardian of a sacred temple, and known for her beauty and kindness. But beauty in the age of gods was never a blessing.
Hello? What do you want with us?
Athena, protect us.
You pray to Athena, as if she still listens, as if she could save you. She abandoned this place long before you were born. She abandoned all of you. You don't even know how useful you're about to be. Everyone pays for Athena's arrogance, one way or another.
Medusa, you dare disrespect a god.
Athena's accusation was not the truth. It was the verdict. She claimed Medusa had disrespected the gods, simply because Poseidon violated her temple, as if Medusa had chosen any of it.
I begged for your protection!
But Athena saw only a mortal who stained her pride. No blame fell on Poseidon. No punishment for the one who caused the sin. The goddess turned her fury toward the victim. Her beauty curdled into horror. Her hair writhed and twisted. Her eyes ignited with a power no mortal was meant to hold. And in that moment, Medusa learned a truth mortals fear to speak aloud. The gods don't seek justice. They seek obedience. As the temple crumbled around her, Medusa felt nothing. No pain, no fear, only silence. The snakes whispered like a second heartbeat. Her vision fractured, and she saw the world in shapes of fate, not light. She reached toward a priestess, calling her name, and watched her turn to stone in a single breath. Athena did not return to help her. She watched from the heavens, cold and distant. To the gods, Medusa was no longer a priestess. She was a weapon. The ground split beneath her feet, and for the first time, Medusa understood what she had become. Not a monster, a punishment the gods could not control. Because Olympus had not created a curse. They had awakened their greatest fear. And soon, every god would learn her name. Medusa didn't look back. She ran. Through shattered pillars and burning torches, she fled into the night, heart racing. She didn't understand what she had done. A single glance, and a man had turned to stone. All she knew was that she had to escape. At last, she stumbled to a riverbank. Then, she saw her reflection in the water. Her eyes, glowing like molten gold. Her hair, no longer hair at all. Dozens of serpents hissing with her heartbeat. Medusa whispered, "What have they done to me?" Tears rolled down her face, and where they touched the ground, the earth turned to stone. Then she heard voices, torches in the distance. "Find her! Athena wants the creature alive!" After seeing what she'd become, Medusa ran. But the hunters kept coming. Their torches lit the forest behind her, their blades cutting through the dark. Every time she looked back, another man turned to stone mid-step, yet still they chased her. Bleeding, exhausted, Medusa stumbled into a place no mortal had ever dared to enter. A cavern hidden beneath ancient cliffs. For the first time since the curse, Medusa stopped running. This cave would be her refuge, her prison, her throne. The place where the Gorgon's legend truly begins, and where one day, a hero named Perseus will come to end it. The gods thought they were creating another monster, one of their usual beasts, blind, obedient, mindless. But Medusa was different. She could think, she could feel, and worst of all, she could learn. A creature with a mind is dangerous. A creature with a curse and a mind, that's unstoppable. They say Medusa's lair chooses its victims long before they ever cross the threshold. Yet still, men try. To lure men into Medusa's lair, the gods didn't appeal to courage. They appealed to greed. They whispered of treasure buried in the darkness, gold beyond belief, rewards worthy of kings. And men, as always, heard only the promise, never the warning. They stepped into the cave dreaming of riches, but none ever thought about the risk, only the reward. And in Medusa's lair, that mistake is fatal. So the gods turned to Helios, the all-seeing one, master tracker, hunter of both men and monsters. If anyone could uncover what Medusa had become, it was him. Helios descended into the cavern with the confidence of a god. His light cut through the shadows, pushing them back with every step. But the deeper he wandered, the stranger the darkness became. It didn't flee from him. It twisted around him, mimicking shapes, echoing his footsteps, turning the cave into a living maze. Helios slowed, sensing something he had never felt before. A presence in the dark, watching him, studying him, learning him. Every shift in the cavern, every flick of her shadow, carried her intent. He pushed forward, light flaring brighter. But even divine radiance seemed to weaken the farther it reached. Not extinguished, just strained, as if the cave itself resisted him. A whisper slipped through the tunnels. Not a threat, not a plea, a curiosity. Sun god. Helios froze. For the first time since the dawn of time, a god felt hunted. He turned back, heart pounding with something he refused to name. Fear. He fled the cavern and soared to Olympus, shaken and silent until he reached the throne. And when he finally spoke, even the gods felt the weight of his warning. She is not a monster. She is a mind. She adapts. She learns. And her power grows with every moment she is left alone. If she ever leaves that lair, the age of gods ends. Deep below, Medusa opened her eyes in the dark, awake, aware, and evolving. While the gods argued above, something far worse was happening below. Medusa's power was spreading. The forest around her lair began to twist, trees bending into unnatural angles, their branches frozen as if caught mid-scream. Animals wandering too close turned to stone without ever seeing her face. And the ground itself pulsed with her heartbeat. The curse was no longer contained. It was growing roots.